Mr. Chairman and members of the House State Affairs Committee, thank you for taking the considerable time to sift through all of these pros and cons regarding HB 2. My name is Christine Antoniuk, and I have lived in Boise, Idaho for 7 years. Initially, I was going to testify under my maiden name out of fear. Let me also add for the record that I am heterosexual, though not by choice. I was wired that way. Just this past fall, we discovered that our eldest child is transgender. What does this mean? In nearly all respects, nothing out of the ordinary. My son, just like some of your sons, loves to snowboard. My son, just like some of your sons, plays piano. And my son, just like most teenagers, prefers to sleep until noon on non-school days. It also means that our child has come to us for support at a time where he has no protection under state law. He's had the courage to confide in us when our society is still on the brink of accepting him as the person he is rather than what he has been shoehorned into. As a result, he is one of my heroes. He is not transgender by choice. A person's biological sex does not determine their gender identity. Our son would not ever willingly subject himself to the ridicule and hardship that being transgender entails. Self-preservation is a compelling motivator, but in order for him to be true to his core, he has thrown that concept out the window. Members of the committee, I'm sure that you are also incredibly proud of your children and grandchildren and would do anything to help them succeed. All children deserve nurturing environments that encourage their self-esteem. Yet, in the case of our son, we now worry for his safety. We worry that he will be bullied or ostracized or even worse. My stomach lurches when I think about his prospects in a place where just being different is still frowned upon. We do not expect everyone to understand him, but we do expect that he is treated with dignity and acceptance. Our son can now be denied service in a restaurant, be singled out in a bathroom in school, or be prevented from joining sports teams simply because of his gender identity. He has no recourse against discrimination. And once he grows up, unless our laws change, he may experience difficulty finding employment or even housing. That is not a fate that any upstanding citizen of Idaho deserves. Members of the committee, I am positive that if you were to imagine a perfect future for your children or grandchildren, it would be one where they are treated with respect and not refused a job or apartment because of irrelevant factors having absolutely nothing to do with their ability to perform work or pay rent. It's time to get past the fear of people who do not fall into traditional pigeonholed neat boxes and to understand that humanity is a continuum. As I have sat through the last 3 days along with all of you, I am struck by how some of the most compelling and eloquent testimony has come from our youth, not only the disenfranchised, but also forward-thinking individuals who want to put an end to the rampant prejudice towards and unwarranted demonization of our LGBTQ brethren. I sincerely hope that their words have given you pause. I urge each of you to make an enlightened decision. Therefore, I respectfully request that you add the words gender identity and sexual orientation to our Idaho human rights laws. Add my son to the Idaho Human Rights Act. Thank you for your time. I stand for questions.
Are there questions? Representative, what is your name? Representative Nielsen.
Thank you for coming and testifying, ma'am. You did create a question in my mind that I thought I had this figured out beforehand, but when you say your son is transgender, he hasn't had any operations or anything like that to change his identity, I don't suppose, because he's that young. Give me a definition of transgender then. Is this correct? He's a boy biologically, but his feelings and other things are saying he's a girl. Is that correct?
Chairman, Representative Nielsen, actually in this particular case, he was born as a girl. He has identified as a boy his entire life. It was not clear to us until recently that that was the case, although I should have noticed it because there were so many signs. To give you an idea of what has gone on, his entire life, when he has had dreams, in his dreams, he has been a boy. He has not ever had a dream where he was a girl.
Just a follow-up question.
Representative Nielsen.
Thank you. Then a follow-up question is on the bathroom usage. he still is okay to go into a girl's bathroom, is he not, even though he feels like he's a boy?
Chairman, Representative Nielsen, correct. Currently, he is still using the restroom that is his assigned gender affords him use of. However, he does not feel comfortable doing that.
Just one quick one.
Representative Nielsen.
So, but the girls that are girls and feel like they're still girls, and they're not offended when he goes in, however.
I can only answer that. I actually can't answer that because I don't know. I haven't asked him that.
Thank you.
Further questions? Thank you very much.